Whatever it is you need, you can have it right now. The house you want, the car you need, the money you crave, you can have it all now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to hold back. You just need to understand something that will change your life. And I'm very serious. It really will change your life. So I know at this point you might be saying, how can you be a house owner if you don't have a house? That's delusional. No, it's not. You don't become a homeowner when you get the house. You become a homeowner the moment you step into that identity. Normally, when we have a goal, we'll follow the same old process. We think about the goal, we get excited about it, then we start working towards it. We grind, we hustle, we push ourselves, and eventually, we hit that goal. Let's say it's a house you need. You work your tail off and finally you get it. And for a short time, you feel good, maybe even great. But then what? It's fleeting. You feel the high for a moment and then you're right back in the cycle, chasing something else. Maybe now it's a new car, a promotion, or more money. It doesn't end. It keeps going. And you end up feeling the same emptiness again. You might even feel worse because you're constantly working for something that doesn't fully satisfy you. Why does this happen? Why after reaching that goal, you still end up feeling unfulfilled? Well, the issue lies in the fact that we've been conditioned to think that achievement equals fulfillment. But that's just not the case. The traditional process of setting goals and achieving them is a vicious cycle that drains your energy. It keeps you chasing one thing after another without ever feeling truly satisfied. Even when you achieve what you wanted, it never feels like enough. This process depletes you. It makes you feel like you are on a never-ending hamster wheel, working harder and harder for a brief moment of satisfaction that always fades too quickly. But what if there's another way? What if you didn't have to work yourself to exhaustion, constantly aiming for the next thing, only to feel empty again? What if I told you the life you've been working so hard for is already available to you right now? Let me introduce you to a better, more powerful way of achieving your goals, one that doesn't involve endless trying and chasing. It's a process that will not only get you what you want, but it will also make you feel whole along the way. I call it the vision, self-perception, clarity, and focused outcome framework. This framework is the key. It will completely transform the way you approach your goals in your life. I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process, but stay with me until the end because I'm going to share a powerful illustration that will remove any confusion and help you truly grasp the concept. And by the way, this is exactly the framework I teach in my program. So if you're looking for a more in-depth exploration of how to apply this to your own life, you can sign up through the link in the description. In my program, we go much deeper into these concepts than what I can cover in a short 10 to 15 minutes video. So go ahead and sign up to the link in the description. But for now, let's break down the framework step by step. The first step is to create a vision. You need to have a clear picture of what you desire. This vision should not just be the tangible things you want, like the house, the car, or the job. It should mostly be the experience you want to create and the feeling that experience will give you. For example, if your goal is to own a house, your vision shouldn't just be about owning a house. It should be about the life you will live in that house. What will it feel like to come home after a long day? What does waking up in your dream home feel like? Does it bring you comfort, peace, security, or freedom? Your vision is the emotional experience you are looking for. It's the lifestyle, the joy, and the satisfaction you'll feel when you achieve that goal. It's not just the thing you want. It's more about how achieving this thing will transform your life and how you will feel. Your vision should fuel your motivation and guide your actions because it's the life you're aiming to create. And once you're clear on your vision, you then move on to reconstructing your self-perception. What is your self-perception? Your self-perception is how you see and feel about yourself. It's the way you view your identity, your worth, and your abilities. Your vision is the desired outcome, what you want to achieve, and the experience you seek. But your self-perception, on the other hand, is who you need to become to make that vision a reality. Most people think when they achieve their goal, then they will change how they see themselves. They would say things like, I will feel so happy, confident, and successful once I have my dream house. But that's backwards. You need to shift your self-perception first. And in my program, like I said, I go much more in depth into how to shift your self-perception. So you must begin to see yourself as someone who is already worthy of the house, someone who makes smart financial decisions, someone who takes actions towards their goals. When you do this, you create the momentum to bring the house or whatever your goal is into your life. When you shift your self-perception, you stop waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel worthy or capable. Instead, you start acting as the person who already has what you desire. And that transformation drives the success of your vision. You might be thinking, that must be hard to do. No, it's not. All you have to do is to make a decision. Yes, a decision to step into your desired self. A decision to embrace the person you need to become. A decision to align your thoughts, actions, and beliefs with the outcome you want. And then you want to take that decision further. You want to turn that decision into a conviction. Why conviction? Well, it's because a conviction is more powerful than a simple decision. A decision is a one-time choice, but a conviction is a firm, unwavering belief. It's a commitment to yourself that you are the person who will achieve your goals no matter what. When you make a decision, it's a choice you make in the moment. But when you turn that decision into a conviction, it becomes part of your identity. It starts to shape how you think, feel, and act consistently. With conviction, you stop doubting your ability to achieve your goal. You begin acting as if it's already yours. Once you turn your desire into a conviction, you no longer feel like you are waiting for something to change in your life. You already feel whole and complete. And this is where the real shift happens. So I know at this point you might be saying, how can you be a house owner if you don't have a house? That's delusional. No, it's not. It's a reality that you create internally. And that internal state drives the external world to match it. Once you've fully embraced this new self-perception, something incredible happens. You detach from the outcome. Now, don't confuse this with giving up. I don't mean you give up on the outcome. I said once you embrace that new self-perception, you will automatically detach from the outcome. Detachment doesn't mean you stop working towards your goals. It means that you no longer tie your happiness or sense of worth to the outcome. You're no longer obsessed with the house or the car or the money because you already feel whole and complete, and the outcome becomes a natural byproduct of who you are. This is where most people get it wrong. They believe that once they get the thing they want, they'll feel good. But the truth is, once you feel good about who you are, the thing you want will come to you effortlessly. Because when you transform your self-perception, you gain clarity and focus. You're no longer working from a place of need. Instead, you start taking inspired action. You begin to make decisions as the person who already has the house, the car, and the money. You start to see opportunities that weren't visible before. You'll begin researching, planning, budgeting, cutting down on expenses, or looking for ways to increase your income. And although you're doing all that, this work no longer feels like a grind. It flows naturally because it aligns with who you are. You enjoy it. Your confidence grows as you take action, and the process becomes part of the journey rather than a burden. And as a result, your vision becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't become a homeowner when you get the house. You become a homeowner the moment you step into that identity. This is the most important shift in this entire process. The moment you decide to step into your desired life and turn that decision into a conviction, you become that person. Your external world will simply catch up to the inner shift you've already made. Most people don't realize this, and that's why they stay stuck. They think the external must change first, but the truth is, the internal must come first. When you become the person who is already living the life you desire, the external circumstances have no choice but to align with that truth. Let me give you one last piece of the puzzle that most people miss. Every goal you have has two parts. The external, which is the physical, tangible stuff you can touch, and the internal, which is the person you become. Most people think the internal part must depend on the external. They believe they can only feel good about themselves once they have the house, the car, or the money. But that's not true. Your internal state is a stand-alone reality, meaning that it doesn't need anything external to exist. To help you understand that, imagine a tree in the middle of a field. The tree is like your internal state. It stands tall, deeply rooted, and unaffected by the weather or the changes around it. Now, the field is your external circumstances. These are the things outside of your control, like challenges, opinions, or events. But look at the tree. It is independent from the field. It doesn't rely on the weather to be a tree. Its existence, its growth, and its stability are driven by something internal. That's its roots, its trunk, and its branches. Your internal state is just the same. It's shaped by your beliefs, emotions, and thoughts. The field around the tree may change. Storms may come. Seasons may change, but the tree doesn't change because of that. In the same way, your internal reality is self-sustained and doesn't need external validation or conditions to stay rooted in who you are. And this is what I mean when I tell you that your internal state is a stand-alone reality. It exists independently of anything else, and it can remain constant even when everything around it shifts. Think about it like this. You see how when you go to a restaurant, you look at a menu, you order something from the menu, and then the waitress look at you and says, "Oh, this meal comes with a side." And you go like, "Oh, okay, that's nice." The side that comes with the main dish is a good add-on, but it's not what makes the meal. The main dish is what stands on its own. The side is just a complement. That's exactly how your goals work. The house, the car, the money, they are like the side. They are nice to have, but they're not what makes you whole. You are the main dish. Your internal state, the way you see yourself, and the way you feel about yourself, that's the real thing. Once you understand this, you'll realize that you don't need to wait for anything. You can already be the person you want to be even before you have the physical things you desire. The truth is simple. Your desired life is already available to you. You don't need to wait for the external world to change. So, the process I've shared with you will help you create a life where you feel whole, fulfilled, and aligned with your desires. So, here's a summary. Start with the vision. Shift your self-perception. Let go of attachment to the outcome. Take inspired action. And let the life you've always wanted unfold because it already belongs to you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Darlene. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this one. And like I always say, you don't have to be perfect to start, but you do have to believe in the incredible potential within you. And honestly, the first step is simply trusting that you are capable of more than you realize. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.